Well, good afternoon and welcome. We certainly hope you enjoyed the easy listening jazz sounds of Hip Jazz by Ben Sound. Welcome to another CBMSDC virtual capabilities briefing with our guest today from PullenBoy Hauling. I'm your host and moderator, VK Fields with the PR Pros team. We have another engaging session planned for you today with our presenter, Danisha Pullen. Now, as a reminder, all of our audience participant lines are automatically muted. However, you can submit a question using the question and answer feature in the Zoom dashboard on your screen. Also, today's session will be recorded and is available for you to review later and to share with your colleagues. You can view the recording from the CBMSDC website at cbmsdc.org/webinars. Now, I'm pleased to introduce our CBMSDC President and CEO, Dominique Milton, to open up today's session. Good afternoon, Dominique.
Good afternoon, Valerie, and thank you so much. I am so excited for this VCB today. We have Danisha Pullen with us today, and she is a CEO of PullenBoy Hauling, a woman in a man's dominated industry. And so we are so excited to have you for Women's Month to talk to us about your business. Danisha was born and raised in Raleigh, North Carolina, where she currently resides. She has an MBA in healthcare management from Liberty University, and she started in the transportation industry with her husband, Jarvis, 4 years ago. They have 3 children, ages 19, 15, and 7, and she runs the organization. So without further ado, I'm going to have you make your presentation. I'm going to come off screen so that you can talk to your clients. This is designed so that you can have a one-to-many conversation with your potential clients. And then when you get done, I will come back on and we can have a Q&A and just a back and forth dialogue. How's that sound?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Well, welcome. You take it away.
Again, my name is Danisha Pullen, and I am the CEO of PullenBoy Hauling, where safety is our priority. PullenBoy Hauling started in 2017, and we are an asset-based carrier in North Carolina. My husband thought about this trucking company because he noticed in our community that there were individuals who needed second chances and were having difficulty finding one. And we saw that the transportation industry was a great industry for individuals who are looking for their second chance, and it also provides them with steady income. So we are dedicated to solving logistics challenges and providing transportation solutions to fit your need. We are in transporting throughout the regional and local areas of the United States. We support the overflow and seasonal demand of our customers, and we take pride in being reliable, safe, and having exceptional customer service. So we do have 2 divisions. We have the semi division, also the dump truck division, which is fairly new. The dump truck division started actually this year during the pandemic. The semi division, we partner with Coyote, UPS, Amazon. These are 2 organizations that have actually provided us contracts. We've done work through third-party logistics, and some of those companies have been Capacity and Best Logistics. And we've partnered with Renwood Mills to provide them service and ship products to their receiver. Now, the dump truck division, we've had projects with Lane Construction, Flatiron, Aviation Parkway, and Sealant Agents Waterproofing, and they work with primary residentials. Again, we transport goods throughout the Southeast, the Midwest, and Southwest regions of the United States. We are going back and forth from warehouses, distribution centers, hauling water. We have vented drive-ins where we can haul some produce, such as pumpkins, cantaloupes, and watermelons. We've hauled retail goods. We've hauled canned goods, appliances, electronics, any dry goods. That is what we can haul. We are grateful to be a part of the Cbmsdc. We are also a part of the North Carolina Trucking Association. We are DBE and Hub certified, and I am a woman in a male-dominated industry. So your freight is safe with us. We do have Eld Electronic Log Devices where we are able to track where our drivers are at all time. We can see what time they arrive to shippers so we can communicate effectively with our customers their in time and their out time, when they are in transit, when they have been dispatched, if they've stopped. We can provide you with all of that information. We also have cameras on the outside of our equipment so that we can see how safe our drivers are driving throughout the up and down the highway. So we do have that capability. So if you know someone that has a warehouse distribution center that is in need of a truck, or even in the construction industry, if you know somebody who needs some equipment and if we can be of assistance, please feel free to reach out to us. My contact information is here. My phone number is 919-400-1111. My email is info@pullenboyhauling.com. My website is www.pullenboyhauling.com. We are on Facebook and Instagram, all PullenBoy Hauling.
Outstanding, Denise. I love your presentation because I love to keep things simple. And
Thank
you
you.
haul dry goods in the Southeast, and you go to, how far out do you go?
The Midwest and Southeast, Southwest, and Midwest.
So dry goods in that footprint, keeping it simple, right? Two different
Yes.
types of trucks. I was on a call this morning with a new national member, and I'm going to connect you with them after we hang up. They said, we need
Awesome.
transportation in the Southeast region. I said, I have somebody for you. So, I was glad that we had the pre-call so that I really understood what you do. So how is it working in this male-dominated arena for
It is
you?
very interesting.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people think I'm just like the employee or like a dispatcher, and I have to, remind them I am the owner.
Okay.
And it's been very fun partnering with a lot of 3PLs because they are looking for minority-owned companies and women to partner with. So it's
Okay.
been very good.
Great. One thing that you said stood out. You started the company because you all wanted to give back. And I want our listeners to understand, every time you invest $1 with a minority supplier, you're returning $1.72 back into the economy. That's in terms of jobs, goods and products sold, taxes, wages. So you're really changing the landscape of where you live by
Yes.
operating your business. So thank you for that. And thank you for having a mind of giving back. Talk to me about your customers. Tell me one success story that you've had with a customer that you're just really proud of. I know every trip delivered is a success, but tell me about one that stands out in your mind.
One that stands out in my mind, and I actually didn't mention them, is actually EPS, EPES, and they are located in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I noticed them on a load board. They needed a load from Maryland back to North Carolina. And we stayed in constant communication with that rep. And at the end of that transit, she actually emailed me back and said, I really appreciate you effectively communicating with us, letting us know where our products were, and just being available. And that just warmed my heart and told me that we are doing something right in this industry.
Good. That's good. That's good. Well, I have a heightened sense of transportation because I have several customers in this business, right? And I have corporate partners like a Floor who transports huge items across the U.S. And so when I'm driving, I'm like, oh my goodness, what if that truck right there doesn't make it to its destination? What is going to happen with, those people expecting that particular product? So how do you safeguard your transportation?
So in the event, because it's uncertainty when it comes to those big machines on the highway, we do have the capacity to recover a load. We also have owner operators under us to assist with recovering a load. And we have a network of other people within the industry that can assist with recovering a load in the event that something like that happened. And we definitely will stay in communication with the customer to let them know that we will handle it, but we just want to know this is what's going on.
Excellent, excellent. I love the cameras on the truck, so that's good. The cameras and the GPS. So
Yes.
talk to me about capacity, because that is very important to our corporate clients, right? You might have a contract that is just a specific route, but how about capacity? How much can you expand and contract when needed?
So right now we have 4 trucks of our
Mhm.
own, and we have 5 other owner operators that we can reach out to if we need additional assistance with a project.
Okay,
And
very
we're hoping
good.
to expand in the near
Okay.
future. We want to have at least 10 dump trucks and 6 more semi trucks.
So you have relationships with other organizations, other owner operators, if you need to
Yes.
expand as need be?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. I'm sure our end users want to understand that. VK, do we have any questions coming in from the field?
I want to remind the audience that if you'd like to submit a question to Ms. Pullen, you can use the Q&A feature on your Zoom dashboard. We did, Dominique, have some questions that came in advance from the network so that they could get the answers during this session. The first question, Danisha, is can you talk more about the types of trailers that you have?
Again, we have vented trailers. So there are dry van trailers with vent units put in them so they can lift the vent to let the airflow come in for those produce products.
Thank you. And also there was a follow-up question to that about, do you have 24/7 dispatch?
We do. I actually assist with dispatching throughout the day, and then I have a dispatcher that actually dispatches during the night.
Okay, thank you. A question had come in about your scalability and wanting to know what regions do you run?
We run the Southeast, the Southwest, and Midwest regions.
Thank you. And the next question was, how are you currently finding customers?
We currently find customers through word of mouth. Also, we have access through different load boards and a load list from 3PL companies that are sent through our email.
Thank you. Next question is, can you talk a little bit more about the tracking to keep track of freight?
Which is the electronic log device. We use a company called GeoTab, and and it's cloud-based, so you can download it on your desktop or your cell phone. And it's the same exact app that the drivers are using to monitor their hours of service on the road.
Thank you. We have a question that's been submitted through the Q&A feature, and it is, do you have specific types of product lines that you ship or types of products that you will not ship?
So the products that we will not ship is anything that is refrigerated. So if it has to be frozen, we do not have the capacity to haul any frozen goods. If it needs to be on a flatbed or like a heavy hauling, we do not have the capacity to do any heavy hauling. However, we can do dry goods like canned goods, retail, clothes, electronics and appliances, things of those natures, anything that's dry.
Thank you. Next question is, can you talk a little bit more about what separates you from your competitors?
So one thing that separates us is that we also have the capability to do drop trailers. And what a drop trailer is, we have more trailers in our capacity where we can have them stored at a warehouse. That gives the customer time to fill up the trailer, and we will come back to pick the trailer up and send it to the receiver. So it doesn't put any burden on them sitting and watching our drivers sit and wait to be loaded. And they don't have to pay for any additional fees such as detention pay or layover pay. The customer has the ability to load at their convenience, and we will come back and pick it up. That's one thing that sets us apart. Also, we're part of the Cbmsdc. So that's another advantage of our company over the competitor.
Thank you, Dominique. There are 2 remaining questions I'll go ahead and present before tossing
Okay.
it back to you.
Okay.
Denisha, the next question is, do you have relationships with other owner-operators for overflow?
Yes, we do have relationships with other owner operators for overflow.
Thank you. And the last question that we had received in advance is, do you ship nationally or are you a regional shipper? Do you have the ability to ship nationally if needed?
Just regionally, we do not have the capability to ship nationally.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, VK, for fielding those questions. What about 24/7 dispatch?
Yes, I dispatch in the throughout the day, and then I have someone working night shift, who
Excellent.
dispatchers are titled.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so you talked about doubling your fleet. So I want to close out with what your vision is for the next 2 years. Let's keep it close. Where do you see yourself growing?
In the next 2 years, I see that we would be able to maximize our fleet. We should be able to meet our mark in the next 2 years, especially with the way rates are going and the need for transportation. I was looking at a webinar a few days ago, and they talked about how freight is going to increase between now and 2036. So I do expect that we are going to have the ability to grow within those 2 years.
Excellent, excellent. And my favorite question, my last question is, a customer should call you when?
When should a customer call me? They could call me anytime.
For what need? For what need? And
yes, but
specifically,
if they are in need of any transportation, like if you're in construction or if you have a warehouse or if you need anything shipped from a shipper to a receiver, definitely give us a call.
okay, outstanding. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for sharing your business with us. PullenBoy Trucking. And for all of our listeners, if you have a product or service that you want to communicate to your audience, because we can't be face-to-face, we've initiated this virtual capability briefing series. So this video will live on our website and it will live on your website. And so we welcome you to apply to have a VCB with me. All you have to do is email us at info@cbmsdc.org. And please, if you can save the date for April the 13th and 14th for our annual meeting that is coming up, information will be coming forth shortly. We'll release registration by March the 8th. And we look forward to seeing each of you at our annual meeting and pro forum. Thank you so much for presenting today, Denicia. And it is a wrap. Thank you. Have a great one.
Thank you. You too.
All righty.